Wake your ass up. The Rise and Grind Podcast. Toledo's source for exclusive news in music, business, sports, and entertainment.
Welcome to the Rise and Grind Podcast. Clyde and Jay.
Hey.
Dennis and Talea.
Hey.
What's up, guys?
Hump day.
There it is.
Wednesday. Nice Wednesday, sunny day.
Sun's shining.
Yeah.
For sure. It's going to be 72 on Sunday.
Woohoo.
Yep. Like,
Is your mic working, Talea?
No. Oh, wait. There it
yeah, I can
goes.
hear you.
It wasn't at first.
Welcome to the show. I keep putting the camera on Dennis.
That's
You
cool,
need a
man.
man.
You know, that's cool. That's what I'm here for.
So we're gonna get right to Dennis's trending legal topics.
New format, huh?
Yeah.
Just get right into it.
Right into it.
You got something to say?
No. I got something to say.
How was your vacation?
How was the island?
How was the island?
It's great, man. You know, gotta love the flavor, food, people, culture.
Where'd you go?
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia.
Real, almost all South America.
Yeah, I have a friend who's from there.
Yeah. Man, it's a beautiful island. It's got these mountains that are like these really epic looking things. Like, never seen anything quite like it. So,
I saw the pictures that you posted.
I got
Yeah.
more. I got a lot more where that came from.
Yeah. Did you take your drone? Can you take your drone?
I did this time because all like the hotels we were staying at all sort of wanted me to do that. So I mean, I always take them anyways, but
They
I'm
want
not trying
you
to create
that
an
to get
internet.
drone footage of the.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So
Okay.
I always bring them. I just don't want to create an international incident. You
Right.
know?
Right.
Yeah.
You said the hotels you stay at want you to bring them?
Yeah.
So you like do pictures for the hotels?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you travel so much.
I mean, it's one way to do it, right?
Right.
You know. Like,
Have fun doing it.
yeah, there you go. I mean, I'm gonna do it anyways, right? Like, it's like I can't not. It's like
So
how-
you just send them the footage?
Yeah. I mean, we usually talk about it in advance of what I'm going to do, so like we have some sort of understanding of what's going on. You know, it's like I'm like you, man. Like you're like a serial graphic designer. Like, you just can't stop. I'm gonna go if I'm traveling. I'm having cameras with me anyways. So
Yeah.
you know,
Picture.
I'm gonna do it one way or another.
Right.
Might as well get in with the hotels.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah. That was fun.
yeah. But I missed being on in here with you guys.
Yeah. It's a new type of show.
Yeah, we got a lot of ground to cover, man. I've
Yeah.
been here for a couple weeks at
Yeah.
least.
We got like 4 pages. Ooh.
Good morning from Cleveland.
Cleveland.
What's up, Impress?
What up, Impress? What up? Shout out to all of our grinders.
Yeah.
Shout out to our sponsors too. Hotbox. We still doing that? Mud City Entertainment. Sawan and Sawan, Lucas County, Yumadop. And that would be it.
I feel like you missed one.
Miss Carter.
I probably
Miss
did.
Carter.
Yeah, Miss Carter, social butterfly.
Can't forget that.
No, I can't forget Miss Carter.
you
She'll be calling us like in 5 minutes.
Go get you.
Hey.
Like, excuse me.
All right, let's get into it.
Get
guys.
you.
All right.
What's up?
You guys watch the Tinder Swindler?
I didn't watch it, but
No,
I've
but you
been-
heard about it?
Yeah.
So anybody watch it?
I haven't watched it yet.
All right. So basically, the premise, and I won't give you any spoilers, is that this guy had created a Ponzi scheme, basically, where he'd meet women on dating apps, and he would tell them like, "I got this fabulous life. I'm the son of this diamond family, and I'm gonna take you on these private jets, and you're gonna live large in Paris. I'm gonna buy you all sorts of luxury goods." But really, what he was doing was robbing.
Catfishing.
Yeah, he's robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? So he'd take money from one person, give it to another person to live a lavish life for a little bit, and then he'd eventually tell them, "I'm in distress and I have people coming to get me, and I need you to go take out loans and give me a bunch of money," right? So these women were taking out hundreds of thousands of dollars and giving it to this guy, who's promising like, "I'm gonna pay you back. Like my family's good. Like you've seen the life I live."
Yeah.
You know, like it didn't raise a lot of red flags.
How did he get the first set of money?
That's always the question. I don't know. So the allegations are that he defrauded people out of $10 million. Oh, that's how many women were giving him
10
money,
million?
and they all believed he was good for it, right?
Wow.
And a lot of the reason he was able to do this was he was saying that he was a guy by the name of Simon Leviev was what he was saying his name was. That wasn't his name he was born with. And the Leviev family is this big diamond family in Russia, I believe it is. And so now that family is suing him, saying
I've
that
seen
they
that.
have used that he has used their name to defraud people, and now they're trying to go after him because he really didn't have a whole lot of consequences from this whole thing. Because a lot of these women were just like voluntarily taking the loans out and giving him the money, so it wasn't like it was like he was putting a gun to their head or anything.
So somebody must have reached out to that family like, look, your son borrowed some money. I'm trying to get that back.
Yeah, well,
right,
and the documentary went absolutely viral on Netflix. Like, it's one of the biggest documentaries right now.
They didn't know about it until after the documentary came
I mean,
out?
that's you would think so, because that's the only time the lawsuit was filed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was after this thing kind of caught fire. But it's a pretty wild story.
I saw it on Netflix, so I ain't never clicked
Yeah,
on
I
it.
keep passing. It's in my top 10 videos or movies.
Jay Remy says I'm the Cleveland Swindler.
Oh, wow.
Careful, man, throwing that out there.
Let's say that.
They gonna get you.
Who Tyler Perry? Let me see. I'm a Perry. Jesse Perry, yeah.
Well, yeah, and like his whole thing was like in the diamond industry, it's like a risky industry, and a lot of people want to come after my family. So he would like send pictures of him like getting beat up and be like, yeah, like we got jumped. I can't. All my cards are frozen. All my accounts are frozen because they're using my cards to track me. So I need you to send me cash now.
Wow.
And people were falling for it, hook, line, and sinker.
So he was going after some big money women then.
Well, a lot of them would just dive into debt. Like they just could take loans. Like they still are paying hundreds of thousands off. So you got to be careful on these dating apps, kids.
Man.
You know, and don't believe everything that you see on Instagram too. People are flexing and they look a certain way, but they might not really have it like that.
Yeah.
They might be just robbing somebody else to.
Or they
find
get a free vacation somewhere and to use those pictures for the next 6 months.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm doing though. So.
Yeah, that's the idea I had.
Call me out, man.
Let me go to LA.
Moving on. Wendy Williams, famed talk show host. She's having a little spat with her bank, Wells Fargo. Apparently, Wells Fargo froze all her accounts because they're concerned that somebody is taking advantage of her and like taking all of her money. And she's of course denying this, but she's now had to sue Wells Fargo because she's saying that she has no reason to believe that anything has been done wrong on her end, and she thinks she's been wrongfully denied access to her funds without any reason. So
She got through it too because she lost her show.
yeah, I mean, look, this type of thing happens. I think
I don't understand why a bank would freeze my money.
well, if I'm, let's say that you're not in a good mental state, and I'm taking you to the bank every day, and I'm saying like, Jesse like needs another couple, he needs a little bit of money out, every day, and the tellers are saying like, well, I don't think that this is right. Something's going on here. This seems wrong. The bank has an obligation, I think, to try to stop that, because at the end of the day, if the bank ends up giving a bunch of money to somebody they shouldn't, then Wendy Williams' family might come after the bank and say, why did you give this money to her? She was, so I can
Is she
understand
going
that.
to the bank withdrawing the money, or is she sending somebody?
They're saying that she's been to the bank many times, but also other people have been in the bank on her behalf. Mostly she's been there every time, but they're just questioning whether she's making good decisions. So she's suing them, though, for it. So she obviously doesn't agree with it. I just think the bigger point here is, like, especially in car accident or personal injury type cases, when you file a lawsuit like this, you're putting your whole medical history right in the eye of the public. I mean, we saw it with Kobe Bryant, the Kobe Bryant, Vanessa Bryant situation. Once this stuff goes into the court of law, I mean, a lot of stuff comes out that you might not want it to. So I always tell my clients, I don't like surprises. I'd rather hear it from you than hear it from the other side. So if you got something you need to hide, or you want to keep quiet, or you're embarrassed about, you're better off just being forthright with your lawyer about that up front. 'Cause I can't be compelled to tell anybody.
Can't represent nobody if you don't know the truth.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I tell my son. I said, I might have to lie for you, so you better tell me the truth.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't like surprises. Not at all. I'd much rather know what I'm dealing with. So, anyways, shout out to Wendy Williams. I hope she's doing all right.
Yeah.
I know she watches this.
She might need a conservatorship.
That's an option. They've been talking about that also with like Kanye. Yeah.
He need one for sure.
I mean, he's wilding on the internet right now, but
Yeah.
He just acting out, though, I think.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. He's losing his family and to his own doing, and it is what it is. Kanye's.
He's got the soapbox, and he's always been that way. Really, honestly.
Well, when you look at his documentary, you can see why.
I haven't seen that. I want to see that documentary.
It's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some good points and some and then you can see like, wow, I see why he is the way he is now. Yeah.
I mean, you think he's a genius?
He's a genius. Yeah, definitely a genius.
100%.
Yeah,
But most geniuses are.
yeah.
Albert
Einstein was Albert Einstein was insane. They
You
say.
think Albert Einstein would have been tweeting wild, throwing wild Instagram stuff if he was around right now?
Yeah, he would have been right next to Kanye.
Yeah. Him and Kanye would have had beef for sure.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy, man. I'd pay to see that.
Right.
All right. The Apple Watch can really help you a lot in the event that you're in some sort of injury, but this is a pretty weird story. So this guy's on his date in New Jersey. He's in a park, and he falls off a cliff. And he gets incredibly hurt. He broke his back in 3 places. Luckily, his Apple Watch was on, so it alerted the authorities that there was some problem because maybe his heart rate spiked or something like that. So he was saved. At the time, he said that his Apple Watch totally saved his life. He did a bunch of media appearances after this happened. But what he didn't do is file a lawsuit against the county until after 90 days later. And in New Jersey, apparently, you only have 90 days in which to file a lawsuit. Every state has this, where you only have a certain amount of time to file a lawsuit and you can't end it anymore. So the judge kicked out the case saying, hey, man, you slept on your rights. It took you too long to file this. And his response was he was immobilized with a broken back. He couldn't file a lawsuit at the time.
Right.
Well, the judge said, well, why did you go in the media so much then during that 90-day period? And both courts that looked at it said, you're going on the media like this, and then you're still trying to tell me that you were immobilized and unable to file this. We're not buying it. So, moral of the story is, if you've been injured, don't sleep on your rights. You may
File it the next day.
as soon as you can. Like, it doesn't cost anything to talk to lawyers, and most injury lawyers, like myself, don't charge anything to talk to us, or even really until we recover something.
Yeah.
So it's not that hard to just pick up the phone and call somebody who knows what they're doing, and you're gonna feel a lot better. Even if you feel like you're greedy or you're doing the wrong thing, you're gonna feel a lot better in the long run if you get something from what happened to you instead of getting kicked out like this guy.
Wow.
So don't sleep on your rights.
He probably was getting paid for the media interviews, though, trying to get that money.
No, I doubt that. It was like local news stuff,
Yeah, it wasn't like an endorsement from Apple. Like
Maybe he can get an endorsement from Apple now, though.
They're doing commercials where people are like,
hey,
their Apple Watch is saving their lives.
Hey, man, that's
if you're listening,
that's free. That's free. That's a free gem right there, man.
If you, what's his name, Mr. New Jersey? I don't know.
I don't know what his name. Last name is Prudenciano.
Oh,
very New Jersey name.
Yeah, Italian.
Let me ask you this, guys. If I tell you, meet me at Monroe and Erie Street, where are you guys going?
Downtown.
Straight down Monroe.
Right? Going downtown, right?
Monroe area right the same way, don't they?
Yeah, on downtown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So recently, we had a consolidation of all our 911 in Lucas County. And so all the suburbs, Sylvania and all of them are all now in one place downtown. So there was a really bad car accident that happened at Monroe and Erie in Sylvania. There are 2 Monroe and Eries.
Oh, there is a Monroe and Erie in Sylvania.
And the woman had a burning car. It was a really serious accident. And when they called 911 and said, I'm at Monroe and Erie, she very clearly said Sylvania, but the dispatch sent the crews to Monroe and Erie in downtown Toledo.
Oh, wow.
Eventually, the police and ambulance ended up going there. Some bystanders were able to get her out of the burning SUV. But
she was in the burning SUV when she called 911?
Yep.
Where are these people at?
And apparently there were also 13 other calls about the burning SUV. So like this is one of the things that was always the criticism of consolidating these 911 things. Like, yeah, you're saving money, but at what cost?
Yeah.
Right. And it was kind of inevitable that something like this was going to happen eventually. But now, of course, the whole idea is coming under a little bit of fire. It's like you're saving money, but at what cost?
Right.
Like, and maybe this is only this is like a weird glitch that could really only happen in this particular place because maybe there isn't another 2 streets that are the exact same.
But say for instance, like somebody like Clyde has a flat tire. He said, I'm on Monroe and Erie, and I go to Monroe and Erie downtown.
Yep.
And he's in Sylvania.
That's what happened here. But it wasn't just you; it was the police and the ambulance, which is the first responders.
I thought they had a satellite that detect where your call coming from, though.
But it's 911 is in one building now,
right,
in Lucas County.
Yeah, but I think you're right that they should have that, but I don't know.
GPS to say where it's calling from.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
ping your location when you call.
Yeah, let me also say that this is under investigation as to what exactly happened here, because she said in her call apparently I'm at Monroe and Erie in Sylvania.
She shouldn't even have to say that.
Right, it should just say like I'm calling you and you.
Her right. card or something.
Well, no, her location will be detected by the 911 system.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, but In any event, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're in like a burning SUV, you need people there as soon as possible.
They won't pay attention to their screen. They was just like on the phone. Okay, Monroe and Erie. Okay, all right, we'll send somebody out there.
And the county says that this has saved them between like $10 and $15 million to consolidate all these operations. So it was a cost saving measure, but like it's at what? It's like anything, right? You save some money, but at what cost?
The lives and the citizens of Lucas County.
It's not always just money that you lose, right?
Thank you, Lucas County 911.
Anyways,
Regional Council of Government. This
is a pretty crazy story. There's really nothing more American than guns, for better or worse, often for worse, right? Yeah. And in a groundbreaking turn of events recently, this happened like a month ago, Remington, one of the biggest gun manufacturers in America, was finally held liable for a mass shooting event. So you guys remember the Sandy Hook Elementary? That thing, it was one of the worst chapters of American history. A guy went in with an AR-15 style weapon. He was like 20 years old at the time, and he ended up killing a whole bunch of children. I think it was 5 children, 4 adults were killed. It's one of the biggest tragedies we've ever seen. And generally speaking, in America, the federal law will protect gun manufacturers because it's America. But they tried a very, very unique way of getting around those federal laws, and they were able to succeed, and they ended up getting $73 million for the families. And basically what they were saying was that Remington, in making this type of gun, was marketing it actively to people who they knew or should have known would have done on something like this. And one of the things they pointed to was an advertisement that they made where they would put the gun, for example, in like a Call of Duty type game. Where they were clearly marketing it towards, you know, teenagers and children. And then one particular ad was a photograph of the weapon and the slogan, "Consider your man card reissued," which they said specifically appeals to young men who are troubled. Like, you don't have masculinity, and now, of course, you get this gun and you got it. It's just reckless marketing. So they got slammed, and not only did they slam with money, but I think one of the best things is that they got an agreement that they're going to have to release thousands of pages of internal company documents that show how they were planning on marketing these guns.
So that could shut them down.
It probably won't shut them down. I mean, it's America, but you know,
they're gonna get canceled.
Maybe
canceled.
But they proposed a $33 million settlement, and instead they got hit with $73 million, which for them is probably a drop in the bucket. But
$8 million per family, basically,
something like that. But I think it just shows that, you know, they're not above the law, which has been the case for a really long time. Gun manufacturers have been mostly 100% insulated from anything someone does with a gun.
So they're gonna get investigated to see how they was gonna try to sell these guns. With these guns.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, I think daylight's a good way to sanitize things like this. Get stuff out in the light of day, and you really can't hide your skeletons at that point. So, you know, I think it's a good step in the right direction to hold somebody accountable.
Get this girl, take everybody out. That's not good.
No.
Not good at all.
Bad marketing. Like, why do you even need to market in the first place?
Right.
Like, people buy it anyway.
Yeah.
But it's like the way you're marketing, right? Like, you know that these like 20-something guys are feeling emasculated, and they want to go get a gun to feel like they're like big tough guys, and then you're playing right into
especially somebody who's being bullied or whatever.
That's just throwing gas on a fire, man. And you can't get away with that. So I'm glad that they didn't get away with it. They've gotten away with it a million times before, but at least one time something happened, right? Moving on. You guys know this story about Naya Rivera? Do you know her? She was a Glee actress.
I love her.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, back in, I think it was 2017, I believe, she was on a boat.
Yeah.
And remember that video? It was tragic. Like, she had rented a boat with her and her child. It was just those two on the boat. Yep. And then she fell over, and her child was, like, trying to save her, but there was nothing to save her with. There was no ropes on the boat. There were no safety vests. And ultimately, they found her body in the lake and said she had gotten tangled in some stuff and, like, basically just drowned. And
how old was the child?
I think it was like 4.
Wow.
Or now he's 6. So, so I think this actually happened in 2020. And so the family sued, saying the boat was not up to standards, didn't have the necessary safety equipment, and of course the county, because we always talk about this, the defense attorneys have to make some defense, and it's usually to point the finger back at the person who got hurt. They said we offered her a life jacket and she declined. But it didn't matter anyways, because ultimately they reached a settlement in the wrongful death case against her this week. We don't know the exact amount, but it definitely shows that they had some responsibility. There were also 26 other deaths on the same lake, which was a really big part of the case.
I thought, should the life preserve be mandatory?
I mean, it should be.
When she rented the boat?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. It's like, well, you shouldn't be able to decline it, right? It should be on the boat one way or another.
Yeah.
So
Supposed to have all kind of safety stuff on the boat.
Right. So they didn't have any rope either, and I mean that was like a big thing. Is like just I think the optics of a child trying to save their mom, like, and then they don't have anything to use.
A 4-year-old child trying to save their mom.
It's a terrible situation. So I mean, we've talked about this a million times. Money's not going to bring that woman back, and the child's still not going to be able to have a mother in her life. But it's something, I guess.
I guess.
Maybe it won't happen again.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Is like this happened 26 times before. When does it stop?
Right.
Maybe when money gets in the picture, I don't know. But anyways.
So does the boat company own that part of the lake or something? They can't own like.
No, she actually sued the county, and I don't exactly know why she sued the county, but my assumption is maybe she rented the boat from the county.
Okay.
Would be my guess. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe they should get some better boats.
Yeah, I think that's what the point of the lawsuit really kind of was. But a lot of times, instead of getting better boats and spending the time and money to get them with the right safety equipment, it's just easier to just deal with it this way, I guess.
So we offered life vests, but they declined.
That's what they said. Which she was trying. They were trying to basically put it back on a dead woman. I mean, that's cold as it gets, man. That's might be California, but that's still cold. That's as cold as it gets.
Right. You're supposed to be equipped with a life vest.
Yep. So anyways.
Yeah. That's crazy though. Well, Dennis.
It's quite the segue.
Oh man. We got any other legal topics that came up during the last couple of weeks that we haven't been here?
I mean, we got a couple of them. One thing that always happens this time of year is like you guys been dealing with all these potholes.
Oh
Man,
my Jesus!
It's crazy.
It's like driving on the moon, right?
Yeah.
It's like a big thing that always comes up around this time of year is like if my car does get damaged by a pothole, what can I do about it? Can I sue anybody for the fact that these roads look like this? And I mean, I've driven through some craters that look like we're in a war zone, right? And I feel the same way when that happens. It's like this thing pops my tire.
I seen a couple of them, but then I also see they've been patched up too.
That's good. They have patched a lot. I'll give credit for that. So I will say that ODOT, so if you're on the highway, there's a process where you can actually make a claim for compensation through the state, and that's an option. It's there, and it actually sometimes works. Going after the city, a lot harder. Yeah. There's really not a process to do that. I mean, they will accept some claims if you make them with enough detail and all that, but...
Because some potholes are just like, you can't forget them.
Yeah, and you can't avoid them either. Otherwise, you're swerving. You're swerving.
Man.
I had one that shut my car off. I hit it so hard.
Wow.
like
especially going down Secor between Central and Bancroft. Yeah. Like the lanes are already like
so narrow,
and then you try to avoid a pothole.
You can't even. You just got to hit it basically. So I think the better way to rather to try to hold people accountable is just be safe when you're on those roads. Man.
Pay attention to the road, not to fall.
Keep your that's right. Keep your eyes out and try to avoid them if you can. I think by like spring, hopefully most of it will be patched up. The problem is that when you get a lot of heat and cold, it creates a lot of cracks and whatnot. So
plus a lot of the plows will create them anyway by scraping up the past work.
Yeah, it's the ice and the snow on the ground. They try to plow and then they bring up everything, including the road.
Salt.
Yeah, the salt. Yeah.
So be very careful.
This is job security.
Yeah, that's true too.
Is that what it is?
There's got to be a better way to make roads, right? Like, I don't know. Anyways, it's pothole season, so be careful.
Yeah.
One more. So we always talk about car accident cases and these injury cases about money, but we don't really think about it a lot of the times that can lead to felonies sometimes in a car accident. Happens from time to time. Temperance man this week just got 4 years in prison for a motorcycle accident that he was involved in. He was driving on that 475/75 overpass, and he was driving at a high rate of speed. He had a 33-year-old woman on the back of his bike. He crashed into another car. She ended up dying. He got charged with aggravated vehicular homicide, which basically means just causing the death of somebody while you're being reckless. And he just got sentenced to 4 years. So it's not always just about, look, if the money side of this alone is not going to deter people from driving recklessly, you should think at least that there's a possibility you could end up in prison for years because of this type of thing. So, I mean, hopefully people understand that, like, driving recklessly could just be being on your phone and causing the death of somebody. And that's not just money. I mean, that'll ruin your life not only in a lot of different ways.
Right.
So I think it's important that people at least understand. This is a good example.
Ruin your mental, too.
Yeah, and he also got a 10-year license suspension. So, I mean, the guy's, 4 years in prison. He comes out, he's got at least 6 years of not having a license. So.
And you got to think about that girl dying.
Yep, and he's got to live with that for the rest of his life, no matter what.
Wow.
So, it's a tough one for him, and it's just one of those things that shows you, man. You gotta be real careful out there.
Yeah, you have to, especially driving one of the hardest things to do because it's so much required in driving as far as insurance, maintenance, paying attention.
Yep, especially motorcycles too. You ever driven a motorcycle? I've never driven.
Nope. Talia has.
Yeah, you drive a motorcycle?
You know motorcycle?
I will not touch a motorcycle because my friend died from a motorcycle accident.
Well, then you know, you know,
Yeah.
100%. Like they can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
I've never driven on
That
one
speed's too
myself.
tempting, you know.
Well,
I
right.
mean, as a kid, like my uncle, he used to have this dope, like super dope. It was like a Cookie Monster wrap on his motorcycle. So like he had took me like up and down the block that we lived on.
Right.
But when I got older and then my best friend died from a motorcycle, I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Sorry to
on
hear
that.
that. Yeah, I don't blame you. That's traumatic for sure. So.
And it wasn't even their fault. It was a truck pulled out in front of them.
Most of the time, it's not the rider's
she
fault.
literally
Yeah.
flew off and
That's horrible.
it was bad.
Most of the time, it's the person and people in the car who aren't looking out for.
Yeah,
The
it's like
motorcycles,
another just importance of defensive driving. But even that, there's limits to it, you know. So, anyways,
What you think of the president's speech last night?
I mean, you know, we got a lot going on in this country, right? I mean, you know what was crazy to me is like basically the pandemic has just sort of taken a back seat to a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy how the tide just takes these things in and out. Like that was all anyone was talking about for like years, and now all of a sudden we're on to just other things.
And if you
Right,
take your mask off, it's optional now.
right.
No more mandates.
Yeah, they took it out of the schools now.
Yeah, I saw Toledo Public Schools just dropped it, right?
Yeah, Washington local too.
Yeah. So, what do I think about it? I mean, I think he read a speech off a teleprompter. Like, it's like I don't know. The State of the Union is what it is. Like,
I don't like Joe Biden's eyes.
You don't like his eyes?
I don't like his eyes.
I think he's just getting a little old for the job.
Yeah, he's been there 40 years.
But you know what I like? You know what I like about the guy is like. Tragedy has a way of humanizing people and making them like real people. And that guy's gone through some serious tragedy in his life. Like he lost his son.
Yeah.
You know, he's had tragedy enough to make him a real person. So that I do like that about him.
Yeah.
And he's not like a warmonger. He's not like running into Ukraine and just blowing things up right now.
Yeah.
He's taking his time. But I don't like how at the end they let the other little Republican lady speak.
Right.
And like everything she said was like totally against what he said. It just showed how divided we are. And we divide at the top. We're going to be divided all the way down.
You're not wrong about that, but that's a tradition. It's like the I say something and then you say something. Like that's a tradition. That's always happened. But yeah, I hear you on that. I mean, we need to be a lot less divided. It's easy to say that, and it's a whole another thing to try to actually make that a reality. But hopefully, like some of these things, like this whole Russia situation or like inflation or anything else, hopefully brings people a little bit more together than apart.
I don't know. Tear a lot of people apart because $5 ain't gas money no more.
Yeah.
$5 ain't been gas
Well, hey,
money.
maybe everybody will blame the current administration then. They'll all be together on it.
Yeah.
Man, gas $3.70 today, like $3.69.
I think I got gas a couple days ago, and it was still like $3.40, which is not great, but $3.40.
Yep. See, I'm glad my car is fucked up right now.
You got to pay for Uber.
Is the bus still free?
Okay, you good.
But like Uber prices have to go up when gas goes up, right?
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah.
Everything got to
The
go
bus
up
is
when
not
gas
free.
go
I
up.
think the bus stopped being free after the election.
Oh.
Yeah. No, really.
He says that like, like there's no pretext for that.
Because it was free. The bus was free.
It was free up until November. Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you guys always.
Yep. Thank you for coming back, Dennis.
You know it, man.
Appreciate it.
I'm be back.
Appreciate those topics, of course.
Yep.
So, I mean,
I just like leave. I just stage left. Is that what it is?
there's no break. There's no break. So,
All right, well, it's unceremonious.
Could have put a song on or something.
I mean, we want to keep up.
So, you don't have to
We want to keep the same, keep the same, energy for everybody. Yeah.
Awesome.
See you next week, Dennis. So today's somebody's birthday special. Ben Roethlisberger's birthday is today.
What?
All right, Jesse.
It is. It's Ben Roethlisberger's birthday. Happy birthday, Ben
Happy birthday,
Roethlisberger. Happy birthday, Reggie Bush. If y'all know Reggie Bush from football, let me see who else's birthday is it today. Luke Combs, the country singer. Shout out to Luke Combs. You like Luke Combs?
Yeah.
He's got some good music, Let me see who else's birthday is today. Let's see.
You see the Lakers game last night?
I didn't.
So tired of y'all.
No, I didn't. Happy birthday to Leia.
Oh, well, thank you.
What are you doing?
Oh, today your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, you just said that yesterday.
Oh man.
Happy birthday
Thank
to you. That's why you got all your little leather and your straps and your whips and
Yeah.
all of that. All of that. Everybody say happy birthday to Talia.
But yeah.
What's your cash app, Talia, so you can put it in the comments?
TALAIAA.
Yeah, you probably should put that in the comments.
TALAIA.
Sunday Curry is watching. Hey, Tom.
What? Is it?
Yeah, that's it.
With the dollar sign?
Yeah.
She's legal now to drink.
I've been legal.
Oh yeah, last year.
So I was watching the Lakers game last night, and if LeBron don't stop, he gonna get a neck injury from dropping his head so much on his team.
Dropping his head on the court?
Man.
It's a sad situation in LA.
Man. They came back in the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter they lost it again, and they lost to the Mavericks. Sorry, Lakers fans.
The other day I saw him lose to New Orleans by 28 points. So,
Sheesh.
New Orleans.
Russell Westbrook do be stuttering though. He's
Stuttering?
yeah.
What do you mean?
He don't play. He don't shoot with that confidence no more. Like
Oh, I thought you meant like when he talks.
Oh,
Like, you
no.
shouldn't make fun of people who stutter. That's not nice.
I wouldn't do that.
No, Russell Westbrook, he needs to go from 10 to like 6. Like he's always on 10. He's always on 10. He's always like running up and down the court.
You don't get hurt.
I ain't gonna get hurt. He just can't make no shots because he's like running around like he's crazy.
Like, he's crazy.
What are you doing for your birthday, Talia?
Working.
Working? No, I mean like for celebration, not necessarily today.
I'm going out of town this weekend.
Where you going?
I'm going to North Carolina. I got a family that lives in Somerville and Myrtle Beach, so I'll be back and forth between the two.
Sweet. South Carolina. I got some family down there.
Oh.
Guess you dropped the phone.
Yep. Yeah, Dallas down there. Sunday's on here? I didn't see Sunday. But yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's it. It's
Y'all
really
in
no fun.
North Carolina. You going to
Is
North
you?
Carolina or South Carolina?
Oh, she said
don't
North
know.
Carolina.
I really don't know. I think it's South Carolina.
What'd you say?
honestly.
What city?
Yeah, it's South Carolina, because it's Myrtle Beach and Somerville. That's
Oh,
South
Yeah,
Carolina.
that's South
Yeah.
Carolina.
I always mix them up. I have a cousin that stays in North Carolina, and then my sister and brother stay in South Carolina. So I always flip flop them.
But you have fun with that.
I'm gonna try.
Be
I'm
safe.
just ready to have a vacation.
You probably go to a juke joint down there, huh?
A juke joint.
Yeah, get you some boiled peanuts.
Some boiled peanuts.
Yeah,
That's what they eat down there. That's they thing.
it's like a snack,
Yeah.
like pig feet.
Why would you? Ew, that's fucking disgusting.
What do you call them? Crackling, like
Chirlings.
no. It's like pork
Just skins.
pork cracklings, pork skins.
Oh,
Them hard
pork
ones, the
skins.
real hard ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the
Pork grinds.
not the no, not those.
Oh.
Not the rinds, but it's like the
Cracklings.
it's like the cracklings. It's like a
It's
little
called cracklings.
skin, like it's like real skin, pork skin, but they like
Fry it real
fry
hard.
it up to like a little fry looking thing. They eat it. Yeah, it's a like down south type of thing. They sell them here at the gas station and stuff.
I mean, I'm from down. My family from down south, but
I don't eat that stuff either. I don't eat the what do you
I
call
don't
that?
eat crackers.
Sauce and
Crackers.
crackers and sauce.
Yeah.
You know what sauce is?
No.
It's like what's the cheese or what?
It's like some kind of pork. I don't know. Like it looked like salami or something. Not very good. Not to me. That's
I
what
mean,
they
I
eat.
like salami.
And they eat scrapple. You ever had scrapple?
What's scrapple?
Man, it's like scraps of the pig. Yeah.
Scrapple?
Scrap.
They call it
I think that's
scrapple.
what it is. I had some in Philadelphia, but I didn't care for it. Anybody ever had scrapple?
Let me see. What
I never heard of it
scrapple is.
until I was in Pennsylvania.
It's like a mix of pig stuff and apple. They mix it all together like a
Nah, they no apple.
Ain't no apple. That's a scrapple.
Oh man, I see scrapple right here. It looks like a meatloaf.
Yeah, like a little. What's in it? What is it?
Why your face look like that?
It's hog head.
That's it. I didn't care for it at all.
Like hog cheek meat, and
yeah, scraps. I was gonna scrap. Well, you look like you can smell it and it stink.
Pork.
Right.
It says scrapple is a dish of pork meat mixed with spices, broth, cornmeal. It's like a meatloaf, placed in the mold and served sliced and fried. You eat that?
I tried. I didn't care for it.
Does it have any flavor? It don't seem like it have any flavor to it. Like any.
It had enough to know that I didn't like it. But dude, when he was tearing it up, he put hot sauce on it. He was eating, talking. It was fun. Oh, okay.
That's what he just said.
Who said that?
Wow, about him.
Yeah.
He said hot sauce is good AF with crackers.
That's all like some Dallas Cowboy snack.
No.
You mean the Cowgirls?
No, don't say that. I will mute your mic.
I thought you were a Cowboy fan.
Hell no.
Oh, good.
She's a Green Bay Packers fan.
No. Don't even disrespect me with that one.
Well, who's your football team?
Who do you think?
The Lions?
Hell no.
49ers?
No.
Steelers?
The Steelers?
Yeah.
When did you become a Steelers fan?
I've always been a
You don't look
Steelers
like a
fan.
Steelers fan.
Both my parents are Steelers fans. So
I don't remember you ever talking about the Steelers.
Raised as a Steelers.
When have you ever talked about the Steelers? And then when I said Ben Roethlisberger's birthday is today, you should say, "Yay, Big Ben's got the same birthday as me."
Big Ben needs to retire. I love Big Ben, but
he's
he needs
retired.
To retire. I know.
See, you haven't even watched.
I know he retired.
No, I don't think so.
But
you're the real Steelers fan.
No,
I like the Cleveland Browns too.
You like the Cleveland Browns too?
You like rivals?
How do you like the Cleveland Browns and the Steelers?
Like I said, my parents are both Steelers fans, but my grandfather was a Browns fan.
So that you inherited the Steelers.
Yeah.
So who would you go for, the Browns or the Steelers?
Ooh.
When they play, who you pick?
I would probably go for the Browns, probably just because from my grandpa.
All right.
Gotta support since he's not there too.
Gotta support. Well, what are we doing here?
I don't know.
We're supposed to be having Shannon in here talk about his new album.
Shan Digg. Where are you?
Where's he at? Shannon.
I stopped to sing somewhere.
You're probably still in the shower singing. I don't know. But anyway,
what's going on in the world?
There's a lot going on in the world. The war over in Russia and the Ukraine. See sports. What's going on in the sports? Like you said, the Lakers lost last night. It's a lot.
They should have had that.
Huh?
They should have had that game too.
They should have had it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. What was it on TNT?
Yeah. I caught it after I got out of work.
I know what's the name was playing last night. Boston and Atlanta.
R.I.P. Ashtray.
Who? Who's that?
It's a character from a show.
What show?
Euphoria.
Oh, he died?
Yeah.
Ashtray did?
The drug dealer?
Yeah, he was a little kid. But he was an OG little kid.
Yeah, he was.
I've seen a couple episodes.
You ain't watch all of it?
I don't know.
Euphoria is not for me.
No, that's
that's what I thought too. Like I
it's-
thought I wasn't gonna get into it.
I mean, I'll probably get into it, but it's not. I don't think
I
it's.
was a little comfortable watching it.
Why? There's a bunch of kids having sex and doing drugs.
Yeah, is that child porn?
No, they're all over.
They're adults.
Yeah.
But they playing kids.
Yeah, but they're adults though. Like Zendaya is 25 years old.
Yeah.
In real
Actually,
life.
Zendaya's last name is Coleman, so she's my cousin. So. No, it is. So she's my
That make her your
cousin.
cousin? That make her your cousin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Same last name as me. She out in California. My brother's out in California. My great uncle's out in California. That could be his stepdaughter or something.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah. So shout out to Zendaya and Euphoria.
Looking through the headlines and trying to. All they talking about is the war.
All they talking about is the war. You see the top 75 celebration NBA at the All-Star game? You see that?
I just said I was at work.
You was at work. You see the All-Star game?
Yeah, I saw that.
It was during the same time as the halftime.
Basketball's a soft sport.
Are you talking about
So basketball's a soft sport.
A soft sport.
Yeah.
Why?
Cause you can go like that. Foul.
Nah.
It's not a soft sport. The referees are soft right now.
I don't know. There was the Atlanta Dollars go out a little bit last night. There was the Atlanta Dollars go out a little bit last night.
Go at it?
Yeah.
Like fighting?
Not fighting, but
like bumping and...
Yeah, Carmelo and Dude got into it. I forget Dude name.
Luka?
Nah.
No, somebody else?
Oh, look.
There you go.
You better answer my text when I'm texting you. Have a seat.
Yeah, we switched it up,
Can you pass me a hand sanitizer when you sit down? It's right there on the table.
Just what up, though? I ain't got an answer, man. When I asked you first.
What?
I guess I could have said okay, but hell.
What? You answered me first. What?
I asked you first. What time you want me to come?
And I said what?
9:45.
Yeah.
I'm early.
But I said, are you coming?
Did you when you say that?
Don't worry about it.
I ain't get it.
Oh. I don't know. My phone been acting up lately.
At
So.
9:30, literally. But I ain't see it till right now.
No. Did you get lost coming in?
How many times does he be here? You gonna ask?
Because we change things around. We change things around, and people act like they can't.
I ain't dumb.
Somebody else with you?
Shout out to my brother.
Somebody else with you?
Huh?
I thought he was looking for
Bandit might be coming up here.
Oh, okay.
He might get confused a little slow.
Yeah.
Who?
My brother.
Congratulations on the new album, brother.
I appreciate you, man.
How's it going with that? Little video?
Oh, hey, don't make nothing small about me. Big video.
Oh, big video, I'm sorry.
Video.
Oh,
we got to stop doing that. I ain't going to never say this little 419 grind. It's our network.
Yeah.
Everything we do going to be big.
Yeah. Give me
There
the
you go. I
gavel
forget about you, too.
Give me the gavel
Go ahead, put that on your phone. Go ahead, pull your phone out. Scan
It's
that.
a sticker?
No, scan that.
Oh, I know how it works.
Yeah, scan that. See what it look like when you put it up, though.
It's a video?
Just put it up.
Tell me to pull it up.
I want to see one of your face. I want to see her face.
It's nice. Nice little intro there.
Oh, that's hard. I like that.
Okay.
Man, the
Okay, Amazon,
as
Apple.
OG now is to raise the standard.
That's
Show the
true.
way.
Why would you?
I came in here with
It's
a
already.
card.
It came right into my Apple.
Yeah. So, what's better than that? That's like a CD. Remember when we used to walk around with the CDs?
Mm-hmm.
This is way cheaper. All I gotta do is go print this out,
Mm-hmm.
hand it to somebody and say, "Scott, I can do this in the store."
Right.
Why did you go straight to Apple?
I don't know.
You already got it.
Yeah.
See, he already has the album.
No, don't click that because it's gonna take you to
So
the
that
App
he
Store.
basically he just snitched on you, basically saying that you ain't got it.
I just
Here's-
downloaded the album. I'm sorry. I listened to the song and the video. I didn't have this.
You said what? I just got it too. He said he didn't have it.
And then you gonna click where it say learn more.
Oh.
Trying to find the camera that don't make me look as fat. But
I mean, you only got one camera that's on you.
that's fine, as long as that mug got me looking like I'm decent. I'm in here with my earth tone.
That's good because you stand out in the background. You ain't got to put your headphones on if you want to. This ain't the morning show. This is the podcast.
It's even better.
Yeah.
So what we do with this now?
You keep it.
You can keep it.
Yeah.
You can pass it to somebody else. You can post it on the.
My cousin plays for Whitmer.
Oh.
And they hit that buzzer beater
what's his
last
name?
night in overtime. Jason Kelly. Make
Okay.
sure y'all remember that because he's a dog in football and basketball.
What's his number?
I can't remember what his basketball number is, but his football number was 24 last season.
I'm trying to figure out which one is your cousin.
Number 24.
Right.
I like what you just said. I like what you just
Oh, okay. I seen him. I know. He's a tall
He's
one.
gonna write you some material, man, so I can put
He's
you
tall
on
and
the show.
skinny.
He not.
I'm ready.
Well, not skinny, but he's tall.
Yeah.
Sounds
Taller.
like what I did.
Yeah. He's taller than
His
me.
number's 22, 24 in basketball too.
I
Then
forgot what just
Oh,
happened.
is
What you
he?
just said.
I don't remember.
Said to Jesse.
What? What happened?
I'm talking to my brother.
You said my name.
That's fine.
If you say my name, don't Rick Ross us today.
What the nigga said, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Never.
Never came back.
I ain't gonna do
Yeah, but I like your tone.
This the family. This the gang.
Yeah.
I'm still the core. 419.
Are you?
Yeah.
You've been busy though.
Yeah,
which is good though.
So we working, but the big project we got.
What's that? You can't talk.
We trying to change. I'm gonna talk about it.
Go ahead, talk about it then.
Why is he talking?
When you talking now?
Remember Ray Charles was frying the chicken? I was gonna talk to you about that, Ray. Why is he talking?
Man, I just think for a person like me who for the ones who like me who just can't up and leave, I can't up and leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dad, and I gotta be in my kids' life. That's too important. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I also have a father who got a record deal from here, just like his dad. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I know that it's not impossible to do. Just the way that people are going about being successful in music and entertainment is different now than our era. Because I'm not young. I'm not your age, but I ain't young. I ain't her age. So I found a medium, which is content. I said my big brother is 2 times in a row winning. And congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? We have everything we need in the city to be successful. Everything. And I ain't gonna give away the idea because you know people, how people is. Mm-hmm. But it's just gonna be an opportunity for everybody to win. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who in my circle, everybody who I see all the time, and that's what it's about. It ain't about nothing else, but it ain't about me, because I didn't have plenty of opportunities to leave Toledo and write songs. I done had songwriting deals on the table I didn't take when I was young, when I probably was about her age. I just didn't take them because I didn't want to be.
Today's her birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday. You know what I do, too. I'll be sending money. Send me your cash out. But that's what it got to be about.
What about uprooting your family and leaving? Why wasn't that never an option? I'm just asking. I'm not.
It's hard. It's hard because I wanted to leave too, but I could not leave because I have my kids. My kids don't live with me.
Right.
They live with their mother.
Correct.
So I can't just up and leave and say, "Hey, Maya, Jordan, I'm out."
Yeah. And
like what? Hey, I'll come see y'all every once in a while, but no, that's not.
And that's exactly right. Like with me, when I got that opportunity, I was freshly married. And I'm like, I had just moved from Toledo to Columbus, so we can concentrate on each other. And then they were only gonna give me like $50,000 or $60,000 a year and let me keep like a certain percentage of my writing credits. I'm like, that's a little risky to pick my kids up, take my newly, you know what I'm saying, my newlywed wife, and take her somewhere. Now, hindsight 2020, knowing what I know now, I probably would have did that in my 20s.
Right.
You feel me? Because, like, again, I ain't got a ring on this finger, but you can't look at life like that. So I look at life like this. You make the best of your opportunities that's presented in front of you. Mm-hmm. And that's what it got to be about. Like, I don't know nobody who just walking around with their CDs on them. That's a digital CD. That's all it is. Yeah.
You think if you would have thought about it like, okay, they paying you $60,000 to write and whatever produce. Well, you take that $60,000, but then you have other opportunities to write and produce for other people, I thought independently.
About it. That wouldn't be the only $50,000 or $60,000 that you would make.
Yeah,
right. I thought about it, but at the time I was young and I was stupid. When I moved to Columbus, I went there because somebody who was actually in my dad group was like, man, as soon as you get here, I'm gonna have an opportunity for you. And at that time, he did have a gospel group who had a deal, and I was gonna be writing for them. When I got there, he never returned my call. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, things happen.
Yeah.
And then you be around, like when you be around people who has actually done something, you actually think that you got time. And that's not always the case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I thought, I got this opportunity. It'll come again. I was with Tub Smurf and Tobias and, you know what I'm saying, Jay, and we all still bros, you feel me? Right. So you would think that this opportunity would come again. It don't always work like that. And even though it don't work like that, I'm kind of glad because you create at this time now, we can create our own opportunities. Man, look at what we got Like,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being at the crib. I mean, Houston, Atlanta, them towns took over from being blown up in their city.
Yeah, I said, I had a conversation with Jesse. I said, Prince ended up getting out of Minneapolis.
Robert, he took over his city,
and it's not bigger than Toledo
at all.
You know what I'm saying? And I think for what I do on a regular basis, like, I don't know too many people, and I don't get on. A lot of people I still find out don't even know I'll be these events be my events, and I like it like that.
Right.
But say, because a person might not like me, and a person might not come and support because they don't like me.
That's
but
true.
what about the other 9 people that's on the set? You know what I'm saying? That you might love. Yo, like, people weird like that. We finicky as humans. So what I realized though is, what if I can just showcase what I did? Can you imagine Prince in this day and era? You think he would get a deal? It would be tough.
Yeah.
It would be tough.
Yeah.
Miguel, a musician.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he ain't even close to Prince level. But would he be the mega star like Prince? Prince came in an era where
he could take over.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? He was the mirror to Mike.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was the mirror to Mike. That's why when you had a debate who was better, Prince or Mike, usually the more musical people gravitate towards Prince.
Yeah.
The artist type people gravitate and entertainment stuff.
Mike.
They go towards Mike. My favorite artist of all time is Mike.
Yeah.
My second favorite artist of all time is Kanye. My third favorite artist of all time is Jay. That's why when you see stuff like them lists, like from here, and I ain't want to get to detail on that, but people are not complete. People get on there and they don't have a complete body. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and everything I can say, you can go look on the views on this video, so don't say I ain't got nothing viral. Right. You can go look and see.
We kind of talked about that when dude was here Monday. Like, I saw somebody on Facebook saying, I'm the hardest rapper in the city. I've never heard of this dude before. I've never seen his videos, no music, no nothing. I don't know his name. And he said he's the hardest rapper in the city. How?
Well, he might, even in Toledo, I come on the show all the time. I come on our show, do my podcast. I do all this stuff and say the same thing. We are not lack of talent. We are geographically wounded. We are geographically challenged.
And you know what's crazy? He might be the hardest rapper in Toledo, but he don't know how to be the hardest rapper.
He's geographically challenged. Like, he might be in the neighborhood. He might be from the East. And none of this to everybody on the East. But they call themselves the island. I got a lot of friends on the East. And them boys is talented. But here's the thing. I throw events all the time. And I cannot get to the East Side to see where the heck is the flyer so I can come support y'all.
Right, yeah.
Like, I'll be wanting to go to everybody events. I'm a recruiter. Like, I tell everybody all the time, I have a secret to success. Like, I go to other people's shows so they can see me there, so they can come to my events.
Right.
Instead of somebody seeing an event be huge and then my inbox is blowing up for a month trying to get on the show.
Right.
But you don't come and support. You just seen videos and you want to take advantage of an opportunity. We ain't doing that. So if anybody is listening, I'm telling y'all right now, that's the main thing I look at as artists. People get tired of sometimes seeing the same artists on the show. But when they ain't on the show, they at every event.
Right.
If I don't put them on the ticket, they still show up every time.
Right.
I just put somebody on a show a couple of weeks ago who just don't do nothing but support. This person sold the most tickets though. Just off the opportunity and being grateful. She went to work.
Right. Like when we did Next to Blow last year, like one of the artists on there on that ticket, like he was on the show, but he sold the most tickets because he wanted to show support. Like Walter Ray.
Yeah, just say his name. That's my bro.
Yeah, Walter Ray.
Every 3-4 times a week now. I don't feel right with y'all having these episodes. I feel mad booty.
You been chilling. I
didn't even know the show started. I just came in here talking.
No, there's no break anymore.
That's fine.
We just slow. Yeah.
Damn, y'all came here seeing me in my fat element.
What?
I
ain't get to adjust my clothes.
I gotta put a mirror out there, a whole full body mirror.
No, you good?
No, I do. I do because we got the photo room in there too. So
she only said that because she be wanting to look at herself.
Well.
So, what else can we expect from you this year, man? You got a lot of projects dropping?
I do.
A lot of events.
How many artists you got?
A lot of events.
How many artists you got?
Man, I said this at Love and Laughter, man. This is funny. I don't know if I want to say I got artists because I believe when you got artists, man, you need to have a bag to say go quit your job.
What was it called? Label mates? Partners?
Partners.
Partners.
Yeah, it's all partners. I do all the heavy lifting, but they still my partners.
Right.
So I got Marcus Liddell. Shout out to him. Jemiah. I gotta say her. Well, I'm just gonna leave it at Jemiah. But Jemiah McKinley, because I always call her Reverend, but Jemiah McKinley, who just shut down Love and Laughter. And I mean shut it down. My dude Kendall Bird, me, Casey Ingram, my sister. We'll see what the other one decides she want to do this year. And then we got War Music. That's Digg That's like her RC got One Gold Management. My company is Digg and I'm a publishing company, but it's all One Gold and what Bandit do with the
under
band.
War Music.
We're all under one big umbrella. We started with War Music. Then we got Tony, we got T Welch, Rob Lewis. If he ever decided he want to do music again, he out there chasing that chicken, and I ain't mad at my brother.
Chicken?
Yeah, money.
Oh, I'm about to say you about to open a chicken shop?
No, he getting that money.
RC about to open a chicken shop.
So what event you got coming up next?
We gonna do Love and Hip Hop too at the Vibe Lounge. Shout out to Kenny, who has been Kenny, my brother, he get on my nerves and I love him to death. You know what I'm saying? But he been one of my biggest supporters. And so we gonna make it our business to go support his business.
Yeah.
One of the reasons that he did that, he wanted to have a black owner. We wanted to have a black owner who got a place where we can have people showcase their talent. Kenny had put some money behind you. Kenny can be tough. His standard of his work ethic, your work ethic has to match his.
Yeah, and I understand his standard as far as how he wants to keep the club the way that he wants to keep it.
And he don't trust me. For you to do whatever event you want to do in there, you have to have a relationship, and he has to trust you. And I know Kenny trusts me. If I don't do right, Kenny be salty at me if I ain't doing right by him, in his opinion. But he got to understand, when he met me, I was working.
Yeah,
I'm a hard worker, because I don't just work for me. I'm writing for a bunch of people, trying to help other people plan their shows and stuff like that. I got my own stuff. I'm a dad, I'm a son, I'm a brother. We got lives, and so that type of stuff matter. I think that we gonna have a special year. That's why me and Jesse working on it. We got a masquerade ball that we doing. I'm doing a roast for my birthday, April 24th. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep it free, but my brother said we can't keep it free no more because we're doing a duet show.
What's duet show? What?
So a duet show where we get you get a male singer, you pair it with a female singer, and then you go do all the classic duets.
Okay. Yeah.
And only thing I'm trying to do right now is something that I'm only doing stuff that's never been done, which is why I'm doing a roast. I don't know nobody who got set on the stage and got lit up.
Right. Somebody else was supposed to have a roast and they canceled it, didn't they?
Right.
Pasker, yeah.
Because when he thought about his, I ain't had no skin in the game. Pasker's just my dude. When he started his podcast, I was his first guest. So I just believe in people, in supporting. And I don't know if it went down, but mine going down. You know what I'm saying?
No, he canceled his until next year, I think.
And so I got that going on. I got another event going on that I want to do that I can't get this. I can't even say this on air because I know somebody's going to steal it. But then we're going to do Love and Laughter weekend in the summer edition. We're going to do that at the patio at the Vibe. You know what I'm saying? So we might do Love and Laughter weekend is a combination of Love and Laughter and Love and Hip Hop, where we're going to have the hip hop artists. We're going to have the hip hop artists come day one. Then the regular Love and Laughter day two. You know what I'm saying? And we going to kick it. I want to create the vibes where people can actually come somewhere and feel safe.
Yeah.
Right.
It's always like that
important.
at Love and Laughter. Like
Yeah. Like
it's always a good vibe and it's always a good time.
Even at the 90s, outside, that was safe too.
Yeah, and that's what we want to. That's what we want people to feel safe and have fun. You know, we've been doing this. We've been doing this for a long time. The worst thing we ever had at any event, war music or otherwise, is an argument. Mm-hmm. Bad sound, you know. Right. But far as altercations, we don't do that. And then if we do have an altercation, it's always with each other, and nobody else. Only people in our circle can see it. But we ain't never had no outside troubles. Us as brothers and family, we have disagreements like anybody else. You know, right. I haven't argued with RC many times in my life, probably like 6. 2 of them been over shows, over something that happened at a show.
Right.
And that's still my brother. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't let that type of stuff get in the way of business or brotherhood. What?
Tony, man.
I thought you wanted to pitch to squeeze your jaws.
What? Tony who?
His sister.
Oh, y'all going live. Tell Tony that's my dog, man. I gotta go.
She said,
that was so funny while you was talking. And she just
fat jaws.
Pause.
To suck and kiss on. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
She said like Big Mama used to do.
You saved. Filled with the Holy Ghost. See, that's what it be with everybody who go to church.
Oh, my God.
Feel like I ain't about to be 40 or something.
Yeah. I ain't the same kid no more. I'm a grown man. I'm pitching my jaws.
Man, my kids do it, though.
What?
They walk right to me. Hi, Dad.
Pitch your jaws.
Yeah. It'd be the girls, though. Them boys.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm pushing the boys in their armpit. Let me ask you questions. What you been doing?
Working.
You sound like a preacher.
That's all I do.
What you been doing?
How's the Lord with you?
I'm just fat. That's all. I'm just heavy set. Just working. You back modeling? Mm-hmm. Good.
I've been modeling.
I thought you took a break, went on sabbatical. Well, look at you.
I saw her. Where was y'all at with the West End girls?
What, our Valentine's Day shoot?
Was that with Mari? Was it with y'all?
Yeah.
You and Mari and the group of girls.
Oh, we were at Turkey Up, Toledo.
That was at Turkey Up.
And then when we did our Valentine's Day shoot, that was at Rogers.
I was at Rogers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tony said, where you been?
Working. That's all I do anymore. I don't have a life.
Working is life now. Like it depends on what you do. Like if you love what you do, that's life.
Got me a new place.
You got your new place?
Yes.
You need a new car because you crashed it.
I didn't crash it. Somebody hit me.
Okay, what happened? Was it snow outside?
So yeah, the first
time. Were you
time
driving over 35 miles an hour?
No,
the first
time it was I got hit twice in the matter of a couple weeks apart.
Jeez.
So the first time, the entrance on Douglas. So I was turning onto the entrance, and as I'm coming down the ramp, the person behind me starts to lose control of their shit, and they tap the back of me, the police be doing to stop cars. Well, it caused me to spin out and hit the wall and shit. So my car was just scraped up.
Oh, that's right.
That was fine. Yeah. So that was fine. Still able to drive it. Whatever. Next time, car coming, they start sliding. So I swerve out the way to miss them. But because of their momentum, it pushed me to swerve even further, and then they came back around and smacked my whole tire, so my tire was like this.
Oh, wow.
So it was not drivable.
Wow.
So, yeah. No, I got to wait for that to get fixed.
Yeah.
I'm laughing, but it ain't funny.
No.
Man, better thank the Lord.
Was it a car or like a truck?
It was a truck the second time. The first time, it was a car.
Was it a Jeep, was it?
No, it wasn't Jeep on Jeep crime.
Good.
I got a question for y'all too, though. What do y'all think people in music and entertainment in Toledo can do better than what we doing right now? What y'all think missing? Clyde?
The dedication.
Work ethic, and then you come together. There's nothing wrong with working together. There's nothing wrong with the whole city pushing somebody to the top. Because when that person gets there, they should be able to reach back down and grab you and come on up.
It's up to that person to reach back down.
It is up to that person to reach back down.
That's what I would say, us, artists working together.
Yeah.
Because think
everybody
about
wants to compete.
Hold on, one more thing. You have to understand that you got to spend money.
You
there
do.
We go.
It ain't
You gotta
free.
invest in
You
yourself.
gotta have a couple dollars. You gotta have it.
You gotta invest in yourself, or find somebody else to invest in you.
Absolutely.
Because like we shouldn't be doing this for free, promo for free, but we do it to support.
Yeah.
But take $1 or $2, not necessarily $1 or $2, but take $1 or $2 and show your support for the people that's supporting you. That's how you go get further. Invest in marketing. Invest in people like Shannon, who's going to write good music for you, good content for you. Invest in people like us. That's going to create good content for you.
And that's keeping money in your community.
Yeah,
too.
invest in these videographers like B Visions and Al Visions and what's the other one? Young Mo. That's going to give you some good quality.
Muddy Vision.
Muddy Vision, yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Movie Bell, he making movies.
Yeah,
Movies in the city.
That's my dog.
And like for me, this is what I think it is. I think that it's hard to work with when everybody think they're the greatest thing. Like you, perfect example. You said the dude you never heard of said they were the hardest person out. When you come into this game, nobody's coming in here to say, I'm all right.
Right. Yeah, you're supposed to have that confidence. Yeah.
I really think I'm him. Like when I go anywhere.
Did you watch Kanye's conversation with Pharrell?
He just said Kanye was his second favorite.
I know. Well, I'm saying, did you remember the conversation he had with Pharrell?
Which one?
When Pharrell said, "You the dopest thing that I've ever seen." This is when he first met Kanye. Yeah. He said, "But never think that you are your greatest at your greatest moment. Always think you can do better."
Right.
I may think I'm great, but I can always be greater than what I am. That's how you become better than what and not be stagnant.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes the hardest person in the city be the hardest person to listen.
Yeah. And look. Yeah. Comfort is the enemy of success.
Yes.
And that means like anytime you feel like you arrived, you already going down. Mm-hmm. I do not feel like I arrived. I just feel like I could be geographically challenged sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I might not be able to do everything. I've never been able to say that. You never hear me say I'm the best singer that you're going to.
Speaking of challenged, RC just hopped on. Go ahead.
As in mentally challenged. Shout out to my brother.
I have a problem with people who settle for just Toledo fame.
Jesse called me about a situation the other day. I said, man, it's so, and I ain't gonna go into it on here, but I'm like, it's extremely petty. This is supposed to be practice. Until we figure out a way that it's not no more. Mm-hmm. But right now, if you believe in your gift that much, this is supposed to be practice for when you go and do it on the big stages. Mm-hmm. That's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Like me writing for other people was always just practice, just in case I get in that room. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. Like no matter what we doing, unless you investing in something that's gonna make you rich where you at, if you know you have to leave somewhere to go make it, you should do it. The Bible say anyway, a prophet is without honor in his own home.
Yep.
Which means that you never gonna be appreciated like you need to be appreciated where you live.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of stuff that we can do on the network that people just gonna poo-poo. Just like it's just inbred. It's embedded in us to say this little thing, or I don't do that.
We don't subscribe to that anymore.
Yeah,
nothing's little.
And that's because my thing is this. Even with the choice I made for the video with the group, it's on my album, but I had that song for years. I found it, redid it, got it mixed professionally. Shout out to CJ.
Yeah, CJ always be killing it on the mix.
And I could have did it myself, but why? And then I chose that chose that song because where are the R&B groups? See, people don't move with strategy. Mm-hmm. So my strategy was, okay, I got 4 people in here, 4 people can dress, 4 people, we talking to women about begging. The song I did was not in anybody's personality.
Right.
But I know it's a thing that has happened that almost every man then went through. When you love a woman, you done messed up, but you don't want her to leave. Mm-hmm. I want something that was tangible. And with 4 people all 4 people can promote, all 4 people can tag 100 people on Facebook, that's strategy.
Yeah.
That's like people don't think like that. So what if I can tag 200 people? Tony can tag 2. Ryan and Jake and Tag 2. That's 800 people right there. It's different people.
Cordell said, I wasn't begging, bro.
I know. That's what I just said. That's what I said. I said that's not nobody.
Yeah.
And look, even when we was doing this video, he like, hey, I ain't about to be looking like that. Catch me walking. Because even on this verse, you know what I'm saying? And we wanted to play to that.
Yeah.
We wanted to play to them words. And my guys is my guys. Like, I honestly think people have to attack what's missing. Mm-hmm. And that's what I did.
That's people don't understand.
That is the strategy.
That's why I started this.
Yeah.
What was missing from Toledo? Something local that's gonna push local brands and local music and local, entertainers and entrepreneurs.
And at one point I used to be quiet on stuff that I think can change stuff, and I used to not say it on air, but I think that's where the Juice have their advantage. If they would take it, like if they sold hope to these artists, we would listen to the Juice more than anybody else.
About to happen.
Okay, but I was right though, right? And how long have I been saying that? I probably said that on when I got the
first interview we did,
like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
but that's what it is. We are a faithless city, and it's called Holy Toledo. Ain't that crazy? Like, and we got all the talent, man. When you travel around, like we did, like I can't talk about nobody else, but I know us and Wall Music have seen everything. Mm-hmm. We got people who done sang background for the biggest artists and played for the biggest artists. You know what I'm saying?
Even being young, growing up in the church, like you travel. Our church, our choir be doing cutting up. Toledo in the house tonight, and we got it. It's just
and that's what I'm saying. What's stopping us is we still geographically challenged, and nobody has. And until
we're in the heart of the Midwest,
really
we can put a hole in the globe right here.
Until really soon, and when the cameras cut off, I'm gonna tell you what we doing. Until really soon, it's gonna be an opportunity. I know what people want to do, but this idea I have not seen done before, and that's the problem. People, I'm not trying to reinvent no wheels. I'm trying to make better tread.
There you go.
That's it. People, you can still be extremely creative and just not try to make a wheel a square and think it's gonna work.
Right.
I ain't trying to drive on a square. I'm trying to have something that ain't gonna let me slide and fall off and die. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Like me reinventing myself. This is my first R&B album. That's pure R&B. I ain't rapping. I ain't doing nothing. I got rappers to get to rapping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So. I mean, I can rap.
Spit some bars for us.
No.
Go ahead, Shan.
Like, no. Hey, turn the music down. I don't sing on air.
Turn the music down.
I don't sing on air. I ain't rapping on air. Come to a show.
You sung on air?
Yeah, I have, but
whose show was that?
Who knows? Who cares?
That was on Cloth Talk.
Probably. Oh,
when y'all all was there,
but we all was there, and and I forgot. You know what I'm saying? We had what was you drinking?
Forgot.
Yeah,
RC be bringing them bottles.
We ain't playing. But that's what I'm saying. Like the thing is, when you want to do that, know your value. Now, it's not that I'm too good to do it. It's just that it's as simple as this. This is what we got shows for.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a stage for entertainment.
It's a stage for entertainment.
Yeah. Come see me entertain and give you a whole show.
For the whole show.
Yeah. Enjoy
the whole show.
Right.
And for me, I feel like I created a platform to do that. Some people got to get on here and rap.
They have to, yeah.
Because you better show that you got bars, because that's the industry you in. Mm-hmm. I'm an entertainer.
Right.
I ain't gonna never get up here and say, you can't say I can't sing, or you can, but... Or you can't say I can't rap.
That's your opinion.
But I can. And I ain't gonna be mad at however you feel.
Right.
What I will do is say, but what you can't deny is I can control the audience, I can control the crowd. And my goal ain't to be the best nothing. My goal is to put people in position. That's my gift. I never talk about me. I ain't never came on no show and said, man, you need to see how many people I didn't put on? And I just counted. It's been over 100 artists in Toledo, rappers and singers.
That you wrote
since we didn't start it, it's been at least, it was like 82. That we didn't
that's
put.
Still a lot.
We rounded to the nearest 100. That's 100.
That from the time from the time that Wall Music has started, and we have had events, we have gave at least 82 different people an opportunity to showcase their gift, gospel or otherwise.
Right.
who can say that?
We can. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's a fact, though.
But that's because you created a platform for somebody to showcase themselves. That's what we've done. That's what you've done with Love and Laughter and with every other thing. Not even just Love and Laughter, with writing for people, with producing for people.
How many people you think you inspired? And y'all too?
I have no idea.
I said at least about 14 every morning that get on there and watch us.
I mean, you think about we've done 349 episodes of this, either the 419 Grind, the Rising Grind Morning Show, or the Rising Grind podcast.
Right.
349, 350 today. So
let's celebrate. Hit the button.
For 350? That's like an odd number.
So what? It's me.
But yeah, 350 episodes total from episode 1 of the 419 Grind podcast, Rising Grind Morning Show, the Rising Grind podcast, not including my podcast,
your podcast, RC
podcast. You got Breezy, Leah Renee, and Real Table Talk.
All these episodes you can catch on YouTube.
The Top 10 Countdown, Studio B.
If you're on YouTube, you can catch all these episodes just like our YouTube page.
But there's tons and tons of hundreds and hundreds of artists, entertainers.
Showcase the episodes.
Yeah.
And how many people have started podcasts since the 419 Grind podcast has debuted?
At least, I don't know. I can't count.
You don't think?
So it's a lot, but shouts out to them too.
Yeah.
Yes, but shout out to y'all for inspiring.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jesse for saying something to me like, dude, this your lane. You supposed to be hosting. I'm supposed to be the producer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to be able to be in positions to team up and make a difference. Who's to say people we seen the comments when we was doing the stuff when I was live. All people who wanted to, man, I gotta go on the 419. Like, if you doing something here in Toledo, you have to come on the 419 Grind. It's almost better than it's better than the radio because it's like I have to go here first.
Yeah,
it's tangible.
You know why though? It's real.
It's tangible.
Like on radio, you can't say certain stuff. You can't do certain stuff. Like on here, like it's a freedom to say and do.
And be you.
And I've been on every radio station here twice, except for the Juice, but I've been on every radio station here at least twice. That's urban, right? I've been on here 10 times at least as a guest. Forget my own podcast. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing is, if you hungry, you'll find a way.
It's crazy too because during our little break, we still getting people. Can I get an interview? We just told y'all we want to do it, and it was so much. We're like, we gotta come back. We gotta bring it back to the morning. The morning is missing it. People just like missing it in general. You know,
if I could set them up an interview.
Yeah.
It's essential. Like, you know, I would like to stop being an entertainer. My body be hurting when I be done.
No, really. It hurts. Like getting up in the morning hurts.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, when I came, I'm still feeling the effects from Love and Laughter. I had to grab my leg.
Cordell, erase that comment because that's something we're working on. He said the 419 Grind Award Show.
Yeah. Take that down. We've been talking about that for 3 years, huh? But it's a lot of things that this is the thing. All of this stuff that's popping up have inspired the city, and believe it or not, we are coming together. I wish my brother would have had time to come up here, but he had to do something for my niece. But when I just said, we got a whole lot we have 6 months worth of events done, booked, done. And the thing is, you will not be on any event if it's any beef with anybody because our whole goal is to unify. That's it. You don't even expect the call. And it don't mean we don't like you.
Right.
It just means we understand that just like Atlanta needed each other and they all came together, just like when New York was running everything, they all worked together. And then you seen the demise in New York because they all start beefing with each other.
Right.
LA, they all work together. Every place that wanted to get somebody on, they all work together. Houston.
Wait a minute. What's up, T. Welch?
Shout out to my brother.
He said, so you just don't see me at all these comments?
I ain't on there, cuz I don't know.
The podcast helped take me to another level for sure. It did, yeah.
And I, who said that?
No, for real. But like the countdown changed the game for real.
Yeah.
For some people, for a lot of people, for most people, for most artists, the countdown changed it because now there's a platform to say, hey, like I'm number one, and like I'm number one in the city for a reason because people voted for me.
Yeah. Look at Bruce.
Right, like, man, that was insane.
And that's my man. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy to see Bruce Bills get that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the conversations that we have.
Right.
And people don't understand. Like, one of the greatest singers who probably ain't on this, he probably at work someday ain't gonna wear, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony will sing circles around 90% of people that I know, right? But Tony don't like performing because he can't see people cheering.
What? He don't like to see people cheering for him?
No, because he don't see them like, and he know he fire.
Okay.
But what you have to understand, but this is what I know about Toledo. It might be Beyonce. They go to Detroit, lose their mind. They see Beyonce on the same stage here.
Yeah, that's just Toledo. Yeah. Toledo's like that with everybody, no matter who it is.
Because everybody know everybody. I know what the problem is. Everybody know everybody. And if somebody is celebrated too much, somebody got to be on their meat or on, you know.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Because nobody wants to say, let's celebrate this person. This person deserves to be celebrated. Right. Man, I'll be right in the front or right on this side.
I want to wait till they get all the way big, all the way up there, then start celebrating.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And what people don't understand, for the ones who are big, like the Marleys, the Clemmies, the Tubbs, the Smurfs, the Tobias, man, when I talk to them, they still working.
Right. Always.
They stay always working.
Listen. There are people that's out of Toledo that needs to be celebrated, like factually, like my brother needs to be celebrated.
Like Wani need to be celebrated.
Like the reason why is because like he don't look for it at all, but he deserves it because how do you move out from Toledo to California at 34 years old to go be an actor at 34 years old?
Dang on there nothing.
With nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
With $1,000 to $2,000 in his pocket.
Yes.
Go out to California, and now you're in TV shows, SWAT with Shamar Moore. Then you're in Snowfall. Then you're in Wu-Tang. This is the bigger thing.
Let's not the Safe Auto commercial.
Yeah, I'm saying this is a bigger thing. He was in different commercials and stuff too. Now he's in the Lakers series on HBO Max. Like, that needs to be celebrated.
And he got a voiceover on Netflix.
Right, yeah. He's got a reoccurring role as a voiceover on Netflix.
And every time Wani pull up, we go to lunch. Every time we come back and visit, we go to lunch 100% of the time.
Right.
Because we should be celebrating that.
Talk about that travel. I love when you talk about he going to Japan and overseas stuff. Right. I remember sitting next to the church laughing.
Yeah, even Juice, like he's out there working with some big name people. I can't even name the people that he just told me like 2 weeks ago.
And that's what it gotta be about. People too concerned with somebody coming back and reaching out instead of going to work. Go to work. Somebody. Y'all want me to go check?
No, you good.
Okay. But
you want me to go check? I got the book.
For real though,
go ahead.
I got the book.
It's a constant work ethic.
Shut up.
You don't see that?
I see it.
I see the better you than me. But people don't understand how, like, I remember we went to a conference in North Carolina, and that's where I first heard P.D. Pablo throw your shirt up. But it wasn't nationwide. No. And we came back, we was both like, yo, I ain't heard this. This is going crazy down south. And it started picking up later in the year. But people don't understand, like, some artists be pushing songs for years before it make it where they want it to be.
All the time.
To get to that platform.
That's like with LMA. She dropped Boot Up like 2016, something like that. And it didn't get blowed up or popular until 2018.
Wow.
And that's when she blew up.
And that's a short version. Trap Queen was out 5 years before it got national recognition. And people don't want to go to work. They don't have no faith. Like one thing I never got on here and talked about is I was going through a divorce, and I usually always got money, but at this time I didn't. I had like 500, and I knew I had already registered for a songwriting contest in a conference that Rico Love do. It's the first time it was ever close. It was in Indianapolis, and so what I did was I went there. Thought I was registered. I wasn't, but I snuck in. It was $80. Now, mind you, I have $500. It was $80 to park for whatever a day. So going in and coming out is $160 a day, and it was for 3 days. There go $480 right there.
Right.
Every time I went to go there and leave, the parking thing was broke, so they just let me through. So that saved me $480. And then
blessings. That was God.
So look, when I wrote this song, the day that Rico Love was listening to the song, at the time I was the only person. Damn. Somebody's upset. But for the story, like, so Rico Love listened to everybody's stuff, right? When it came to mine, I was the first person he stopped at to listen to twice.
Oh.
And the song was old, probably 3-4 years old at the time. And by the time he was done, he's like, whoever in his region, this guy's region, he need to be writing y'all songs. He said, because the concept that I had, which is a song called Door, the concept that I had was so dope to him. He like, yeah, if you thinking like that and you making it plain like that, you need to be writing for whoever in that region.
Right.
And I remember the story because when I was doing this, like giving people this album, somebody on my IG was like, yeah, I met you at the conference. So that re-sparked this story. And I had to, like, I left with 500, I came back with 400, and I ended up winning the songwriting thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, for the amateur part. And it was dope. And I came back and did a video because he told me to do the video. Mm-hmm. But I moved on faith. And I don't even travel now. I travel all the time. I got to at least have 3,000 to 5,000 before I even think about I'm about to go somewhere.
Right.
And people don't understand, like, faith without works is dead. You can think that you're the greatest anything. What's your work ethic and what's your strategy? Mm-hmm. And that's why I put on here, yes, everybody know me as Shan Digg, but as an artist, but this album, I'm Booby Noble.
Booby Noble?
Yeah, I'm Booby Noble for this album. Oh. And you can look on it.
As Booby Noble. I didn't even look at that.
I saw that. I did see that.
And that come from, and that's the tribute. So everything has some kind of, I tell songwriters all the time, you can be loyal to yourself, but you still have to have something digestible to the, something that's digestible to the consumer.
Yeah.
So this is a tribute. That was a tribute to my family. My first nickname ever that my mom gave me was Booby. And I'm a Noble. Mm-hmm. But my last name on everything is McIntyre.
Right.
But my father's last name is Noble. You feel me? And I'm really a Noble. So it's a tribute to both sides. Mm-hmm. I come from a singing family on my dad's side and musicians, but they was all gospel. But my mama, she's loved music. And so the reason I'm so versed in music is not because of my dad. That's where the gift came from. But the versatility comes from my mom.
Okay.
And her love of music.
I didn't know your mother was in music.
She ain't.
She just loves.
She just loved music.
Okay.
And so that right there is basically a combination of my families and what they given me from God. And so I just wanted to do something that was different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is the first time you'll ever hear me say, don't drop when I drop. When I knew I was about to drop,
right.
When I knew I was about to drop, what I tell people, Jesse, don't drop when I drop, because I think it's gonna be too much for anybody to compete with. Mm-hmm. And then all I've been seeing is it's a new standard of how you supposed to, like, putting together a project. The only bad thing I heard was, man, it might be too much. People get into like song 9 and just like, I gotta go back to 1 because then, and it's a whole other project. So when people say 20 too many songs, I'm like,
I used to tell you that all the time though.
I have 43.
Like, let's do 9. Let's do 9 songs and that's it.
See, but you see what you just said? I have 43.
I mean, but people still gonna listen to it because think about all the Chris Brown dropped like 3 albums with like 44 songs.
See, look at Kanye just dropped 22 songs on Donda. Mm-hmm. And then you got Donda 2 coming out.
RC said something to me though.
How long are the songs though? Some songs.
No, they full-length songs.
Yeah, I got full-length. That's R&B. RC said something to me. He said, he was like, I said, he's like, Chris Brown did it, but shoot, I just thought about it. I never even thought about it. I never made it past song 8.
On who?
On the Chris Brown projects when it's 40 songs plus. And I'm like, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, as a fan, that ain't my job. My job is to be an artist and to present how I feel like I want to present. Like I got For the Lovers 2 already done for the summer. There's some big records on there with younger cats on there, like the Jamayas and the Walter Rays and the Chachis.
Is that done?
It's done.
I want that. That's the one you talked about before.
No, this is the one I talked about before. It was all gonna be one project. I was gonna put 40
that's what
songs
it was
out.
then.
I just chopped it.
Okay.
Is each project gonna be one of these pictures?
Huh?
Each project gonna be one of these pictures? You said you gonna be 4 of them.
Well, nah. I just had a photo shoot, and I thought for the
personalities,
4 different looks.
You know what I'm saying? And I played on 4 because For the Lovers is 4 different types of love as well. You know what I'm saying? The God love, the romantic love, the family love, and the brotherly, sisterly love. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of I'm on all of that, and every, like, if you listen, once you listen to the album and you go through the whole thing, I'm addressing every kind of love, every kind of feeling in that love. Like, shout out to Sasha. Sasha said, man, this album's so dope. She said I should have did 4 EPs for a season for this one. And I said, well, what about the other 25 songs I got?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of work, though. I mean, putting together, not just putting together an album, but as far as like writing and getting these artists to come in and do features, or not even features, they're like on the song with you.
Yeah, I mean,
right? I mean, it's like
we earned it.
Right.
That's what people got to understand. Like, B Will's what the song that Sex Fiend, right? That B Will's on that. Y'all see that? You'll see.
I like that.
That's not on this. It'll be on the summer edition.
I want to say, yeah, that song's been out. Well, not been out, but I've heard that song for at least 3 years now.
Because that was the song. You know what that song was for? Who I wrote it for?
Yeah.
And it didn't work out like that. But because of who produced it and his family, I could keep it. And it's a big name producer who got a Grammy. So you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I ain't gonna put it out, period. But it's just it's more of a summer record. And people have to understand, just because you have songs, it don't mean it coincide with your album. It might not fit that album.
Yeah. It's
a waste of a record. Like the songs I got with Walt and Chachi, if I would have put it out in this cold, it's a waste. But the begging song, cuffing season, like when it's cuffing season, and I got to do Please Don't Let Go with the fellas, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because shoot, you might be home. The dude might be homeless. He might only have to have that girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You never know. Or
I'm
he
begging
might.
you, please, because it's cold outside.
Look, and that's why I shot the video in the snow. Like, people just don't be strategic in anything. You know you got something when the videographer is saying, thank you for having a concept. Other than somebody just coming in here with guns and throwing money everywhere. You got a concept.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was
shout out to my bro, All Visions.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, feel different. And then he shot Love and Laughter. We ain't never had a content come out with Love and Laughter like this about to come out. And people don't want to spend money. I just spent the money. Like, man, if we gonna really do something, get in your bag, and if you believe in it, invest in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't even invest in a look as artists. That's important to me. How you gonna go to somebody's stage and you looking like you want to get $1 million deal,
like
but you look like you just woke up and just said, "Oh man, I gotta make a run.
I gotta go to Walmart." Yeah.
You look like you gotta make a run instead of looking like you want to be something.
They feel like they gotta have the top designer and all that. Well, they can make some regular shit work.
Man, how about this? I know designers right now who would be like, just pay me $50.
Right.
Pay me $50 to style them. I know some right now in Toledo.
Right.
But people don't think nothing is wrong. People think that somebody should just accept them for who they is. But they favorite artist is never accepted for just who they was.
Right.
What Kanye say on that thing? His main thing that he said the most probably was, I want to be the best dressed artist in the game. He already had an angle.
Yeah.
He already
the most fashionable
had
artist,
most fashionable artist in hip hop.
That shit he made ain't fashionable.
No,
it wasn't. Now ain't he a billionaire now?
I'm talking his clothing line. I mean,
his shoes are going crazy.
But here's the thing. But this the thing. He had a vision.
Yeah. I'm not
and that vision from Kanye looks like a prophet from 20 years ago. He looked like a prophet because he said, "I want to be the best dressed."
A lot of stuff that he said in the thing he has been saying.
All came into fruition, right?
Came,
So if you, I can't. I'm in pain, but I got Yeezys on right now.
You in pain? You playing basketball?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Do the 2-step.
No, I don't know, like a sciatic nerve or something in my back, but that's beside the point. But the thing is more so about speaking things into existence and sticking with it. He already knew what he wanted to do. He knew music has a shelf life. So even dipping into wanting to be the best dressed in the game, going eventually turn into I need to do my own clothes. I was watching Dame Dash on Club Shay Shay when he like I met Ralph Lauren in person, was like, dang, I got a purple label suit on and I could be wearing my own stuff. And it's cheaper and I can control everything. That's the problem with us as black people. We don't want to control everything. I learned how to record myself, not to just save money, but it allows me to be more creative.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to be creative in a time span of 4 hours. I got all day. And then I could just send my stuff out to go get mixed.
Shout out to CJ, Mac.
Shout out to my brother CJ. And then if CJ don't do it, I can send it. I found other avenues.
Yeah.
You have the internet, the World Wide Web, where you can look up engineering. Send one song and
YouTube University.
Yeah. Send a record out and see if the mix and master sound good. And if it do, for $150, $200 or whatever they're gonna charge you, stick with whoever you got. We got Bees who got a plaque. Like, people want to say, "Oh, I can't afford it." Well, do one song.
Right.
Do one single.
Yeah.
Right.
You're trying to do a whole album, so I can't afford it.
I mean, that's why a lot of people release one single at a time. When Kanye was broke and the label wasn't backing him, he had to use other people's studio time. He had to use other people's mixers and their time to get the single Through the Wire out.
It's a matter of this: how bad do you want it?
Exactly.
That's all that matters.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's all that matters.
That's what he did. Though. He used other people's resources to his advantage to get the song out that he felt was going to be number one. When he got that song out, it went crazy.
And you gotta have something to make you make. Like, here's the thing: Kanye always had the talent to be a producer, so he had a stream of revenue to help him pay for the stuff that he needed anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
he said that too. He said, let me go produce a song right quick. Get this.
And go get this bread so I can do something I want to do. The problem is we going to work to make somebody else's dream come true without investing in ourselves. Take $50 out your check each week, and you got $200 extra to mix your song. Simple. It's really simple. And if you that good, somebody might come behind you and invest in it.
And so what? It take a month. Slow and steady win the race sometimes.
We didn't up and build this in a month.
Right.
It took several podcasts. It took several shows. It took several interviews. Well, how many years we in now?
3.
3 years. Wall Music been around for however long, and we just had our probably first or second best show of Love and Laughter after 11.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's arguably the best one we done did. Some of this stuff take time.
Yeah.
But when it's successful like that, it sparks something.
And then when you feel a void that's there, the reason why there's a void there because there's an idea that nobody's done before.
Yes.
That's when it moves faster than anything else. When
exactly.
You feel a void.
So when I called you about that, did you hear the excitement in my voice? Because I just knew nobody ever did it, and that's why I don't talk it. I'm not talking about it on air to anybody because I know that people are not creative enough. Some people might just have the bag faster,
right? Yeah.
And that's why we came to a deal where we just gonna win together. And if you ain't got because people think money is everything. Really, it's the relationship. Jesse, my brother.
Relationship and the favor. Like,
and the favor.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not about to let nobody down talk Jesse in front of me. I'm gonna tell y'all what my issues is with Jesse. Jesse gonna tell you his issues with him. That's not gonna affect our brotherhood.
And now they talking down on each other.
Yeah,
that's real fact.
It might just be fact. It just be
certain things Shan do. Jesse's nerves.
Yes, I get on his nerves. I ain't consistent. But then Jesse had to be like, but Shannon always busy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I say how Jesse is, about like, but Jesse always looking out for somebody. It don't even be about the money with Jesse. Can you be loyal and consistent with him? So once you know somebody,
right?
Once you know somebody, you just accept it. Like everything I do is built off relationship. We gonna go get some money. I know that. I don't want to even be around you if you're not trying to. But my relationship with Clyde, and every time I come in here, what I say, Clyde, what you doing, man? You need to write some material so people can see how funny you is, because I think you a damn fool. And there might be something in it who, all it take is one. Mm-hmm. One person with some money who think you got talent. When I was watching the Dame interview, he said, I seen Kevin Hart one day on stage, and he fit the bill for the person who I wanted to put in a movie, and seen him on stage one day, the night before, the next day he was on set. It took one person with some bread.
Yeah.
One. And just like you said, all the hands that you working right now, that's fire. And so what we about to do next, really about to take it to the next level, because you ain't never hear me say, I think that this gonna happen. Everything I have said has been, this about to happen. Mm-hmm. We just gotta do it. Because I believe that. Right. Too many outlets, too much talent.
Who's this Wild Salazar character?
Huh?
Who's this Wild Salazar character? See that Jesse Coleman is a fruitcake.
I don't know. He don't know me.
Tell me how I want to get on and see what y'all talking about. On the live? Let me turn my stuff down.
Juan Salazar.
I don't know who he is, so.
You watch this a couple times.
Shout out to watching, though. Yeah. Appreciate you.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
Juan. What's his name?
Anyway.
Is it on the 419 grind?
Yes, it's in the live comment.
Anyway, cash at me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Y'all cash at my sister, man. It's her birthday.
You doing all this together talking, he calls me a fruitcake.
Say what?
Talking all this togetherness and he calls you a fruitcake.
He don't even know me.
Oh, he don't?
No, he don't. He don't know. If he call me a fruitcake, he don't know me.
I see my boy on here.
Everybody?
No, Cash. Cash, my brother. I love Cash. Everybody else on here, like super family. You feel me?
Who volume of yours?
Mine. I'm trying to turn this mug off. There we go. My stuff. Oh, there we go. Boom. You know, and that's the thing, man. At some point, we gonna have to make a decision on who's gonna work together. I see you got on a Musically shirt. Shout out to my brother.
Mm-hmm. Musically too.
Yeah,
Robert.
So Robert, I got him as soon as we was done with Love and Laughter. He didn't know I seen him there. I seen him in the cut. I'm like, as soon as we was done, next day, I need you on the show. You too good. You know what I'm saying? Because when people don't understand that, I want to see everybody win. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna be in it, do it like. And I think that's it. That's Robert. That's the only thing that Rob ain't did yet on a consistent basis is do shows. And he a real singer and really talented. And I know when he come to do a show, he coming to take. He's
a performer.
The show.
They got a whole routine.
And that's why I love Love and Laughter. People better act like they know this is gonna be some kind of competition that day. Mm-hmm. And we gonna still work together but if everybody had that mentality, then we all know that's only gonna lead to one thing: the best show. Because everybody's gonna be on their A game. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Right.
People. Music is competitive. That's why all this kumbaya and rap, I love it, but it's competitive. It's competitive in the aspect of this. Come help me make the best record if you can feature on this. And then when it's my time, I'm gonna try to smoke you on your song so it can be the best record.
Right. Absolutely.
Like, don't get on my record and try to dumb yourself down for me. Smoke me if you can.
Right, yeah, I'll do me.
Yeah, because that's not gonna do nothing but make for a better record. Mm-hmm. And so that's how we gotta approach everything. Like, I don't do any events by myself. None. Zero. For what? I got a team. I ain't got that much pride.
There's a lot to do to event by yourself.
Yeah, like money. Mm-hmm. What about the stress?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know
money,
what I'm saying?
Time,
yeah. I need to split that.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna get some of this work.
But to bring it back to when you were talking about like it take the one person with money, that's definitely Shawanda for me. Like, I met her when I was in 8th grade. She was my dance teacher at my school.
Shawanda who?
Shawanda Johnson.
Who?
Spider.
Oh, Spider.
Yeah, Spider.
Call her Spider.
Well, I knew her as Miss Shawanda. That's how I met her. Was Miss Shawanda. But she just could see the talent in me. So she was like, I want you to come to my studio. Like, I want you to come to my studio. So when I was old enough, I had my own job, I could pay for it. I was like, hey, I want to join the studio. Was there for like 2 years. She made me a teacher. After I became a teacher, I went on the Millennium Tour.
Yep.
I've been in TV shows on BET, everything else.
You lied.
No, I'm serious.
Oh, okay. I'm about to Google you.
But yeah, I've had so many opportunities being with Shawanda that like I'm forever grateful to her.
She put a lot of people on.
That's facts.
She do her thing. She up there. She the one of the ones that at the top of the ladder come back, grab come on,
and that's the person I need to get mentioned. Shawanda, my sis. I wrote for Shawanda a lot. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
She one of the 82?
Huh?
She one of the 82?
What you mean?
You said you work with 82 people?
Oh yeah, she's one of the 82. I'm talking about, forget who I work with. I'm talking about, those are for shows. Yeah. And yeah, she's one of the 82. But just writing with her in the just being in the studio with her, like,
she been working a long time.
Man, listen, I love her. Yeah. I go when she in town. I pull up at the dance studio. She, you know what I'm saying. I try to make it my business to go see her. The only thing I missed that I didn't get to see the actual band play for a reception. I just couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? And that's my, you know what I'm saying. I'm the one that had the relationship with her or has the relationship with her. So shout out to Spider, but that's exactly right. Like, she's seen a lane and a void that we needed something in, and then so you got a Shawanda who leaves, right, and go to Vegas, and then we have Skills and Hills pop up with Jasmine Renee. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And then we have other people popping up with other things in dance studios. You have to do something to inspire. I'm waiting on the next big bang to come out.
Do she still have people go to the Pistons game and dance?
Yep. We got it this the 13th, March 13th. Yep.
Oh, you get some tickets?
Yeah, I got some tickets.
Oh,
yeah, you just go to the link. You got a link.
Oh, free ticket.
No, it's not free.
Oh, free ticket.
But they a little bit discounted though.
Talk about yourself.
They're a little discounted though.
Detroit tickets, they be free anyway. Shit,
man. I'm
But that's cool though, because your nephew was on one of them dances, right? Mm-hmm. And had that experience, the dance at an NBA game.
Yeah. I love every
we had no dance.
Yeah, we'll go to
Facts.
Like dance workshops, so we get the chance to be trained by choreographers that are been put on and everything. Like, they're out there, got a big brand, and like one of my there's two favorite ones I love to go, and that's Isabel Caps and Rhapsody. I love both of them, and Rhapsody actually gave me a scholarship to come back.
Rhapsody, rapper girl.
Dance. She's a choreographer.
It's a rapper girl named Rhapsody. Okay.
She's hard too.
She's a choreographer.
I love Rhapsody. Sweet.
But yeah, she actually gave me a scholarship because she saw the potential in me, so I got to come back again for free.
That's dope. I mean, the Bible says your gift will make room for you anyway. You just have to operate in it. And I think, like, one of my favorite people is CJ. Riddled with ideas. The thing is, him and we're very similar, where he got all his ideas and he just need help executing them because he got so many of them. When I got ideas, I'm writing them down and I just text it to somebody. I'll call somebody immediately. Right. When the idea popped up in my head, I called Jesse right there, like maybe 30 minutes later, like, yeah. Because sometimes that's your gift. My gift might be the idea and I just might need help executing.
Right.
Like, that's how most of my events came about. They just ideas, and that's part of the reason I go get a partner so they can help me execute. I don't want to get up here and quote a bunch of scripture, but it's all up in there, bro. Write your vision down so somebody else can take it. And though it may tarry, wait for it, of course, will surely come to pass. You just have to start writing this stuff down so you can get a partner and execute. RC ain't doing no event, and I ain't going to help my brother. That's my brother. Right. My brother, Ryan, not about to do no event, and I'm about to not call him and see if they need some help, or Tracy. Nobody's doing something who I'm that close to, and I don't call them and say, "What is it? Something I can do to make your job easier?" Because it gotta be that. It has to be that. I don't care who it is.
That's like with Kashmir. Anytime he'll call me last minute as hell. Hey sis, I need you for a video. I'm there.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it gotta be. It has to be that. Like, if we keep it that way, we'll see more success. It's too many chiefs, not enough Indians, and it's not enough people who know how to be both. I know how to be a chief and an Indian.
And you can't be so emotional, man, because people. If you want people to tell you the real, you want people to keep it all the way real with you. But you might not like what the real is.
Yeah.
You might not like how it's delivered. Shannon might be telling you some real shit, but he's not telling you in a nice way.
That's.
You know what I'm saying? You got your emotions in it. You got your emotions in it. No, for real.
That's my MO. That's what people say about me.
Now, why he said it like that? Get out your feelings, man, and just do the work. He said it like that because he sees something in you and you ain't executed like you supposed to.
That's the story of my life. That's why I love Kanye. I love Kanye because that's the same thing. It might not be digestible to you right then and there. I ain't gonna say his name, but I just had to have a conversation with somebody who we going into business with. I said, bro, it was never even about you. It was more so I was mad that somebody was trying to get over, and I knew I was gonna have to come back and redo the work. Right. And you got mad at me, and I was looking out for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it gotta be like that. Like the people who I like working with, they have the same mentality. It gotta be like-mindedness. Mm-hmm. Like when I call Jesse with something, Jesse don't get to ask me a bunch of questions. You know what Jesse be saying? When we starting? That's it. He say, when we starting? Or he be like, well, I gotta go out of town, or I gotta do this, that, and this day, and then, but when I get back, we're starting then. Yeah. If you not like that, you can't expect to be successful with somebody who don't have the same mindset. Mm-hmm. I don't see eye to eye with everybody. I see eye to eye when it comes to execution. Like if that's what I got into it with my brother before about an event, but I said, if you believe in it, I believe in it, and I'm gonna help you execute, and it worked. So sometimes it's best for you to shut up, and just be an Indian at that time.
Because sometimes you don't see it how people see it.
Yeah, and that's not always your job too. It's harder for the leaders to do that because I'm always in a leadership position, but it's okay to do it. Like, I don't mind just helping somebody execute their plan because I'm gonna need you when it's time for me to do it. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna need that. And same I want you to be
real as possible. If you my partner, don't let me put out no bullshit.
Yeah. Exactly. Man, I was trying to get everybody before anybody say anything to me. I don't know how many people I reached out to just come to the spot just so they can hear the album. I don't know how many people I did. I had a bunch of DJs pull up over time. And then I had some people pull up over time, but I have asked at least 50 people to come. Some people came, some people didn't.
You got any listening parties planned?
Nah. Everybody keep asking me, am I going to do a listening party? Just go get...
You should for at least the summer one.
Just buy the album.
Yeah, where the camera's at. Go get For the Lovers. It look like this. Go get For the Lovers. It look like that. Go get For the Lovers. It look just like that if you don't already got it. I let the music work.
Kenny can let you get a Friday night, play your album throughout the night.
Bro, when it comes to the vibe, I can pretty much do anything I want there. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? He got it for that.
I know.
And anybody can once you develop that relationship with him.
Build something.
You know, you gotta build it with him though. Like I'll be the first person to say that Kenny get on my nerves, but I love him because he want to see everybody win. Mm-hmm. And I know how his heart built. He want to see you win. Now, how he want to see you win?
Right. Yeah,
that'd be the distinction with me and him. But he learning too. He a businessman who's stepping into a game that's a different kind of bit. Music is just working a little bit different. Yeah. And he already told me that, like, I learned this over the time, and yes, this part is different. But so, you know, we ready to go. And I keep telling him, like, Kenny, like, let's do it right now. I'm like, well, the way it work in the city, because of how the city work, you kind of like we have to plan everything. Mm-hmm. We not a city like Atlanta where they come to the Apache and it's an expectation like it's gonna be 400 people in there and like 200 can sing, and they coming to see the 5 or 10 people who up there that day. Mm-hmm. And then they got time to do like an open mic for everybody else. Right. I don't expect that in Toledo. Now I can make it happen, but it's gonna take a plan. You know what I'm saying? We just don't have that kind of culture, and part of that is because the church has been depleted a lot. The church has not been filled, so people are not coming to learn instruments. People are not coming to,
right.
Most of the talented people, most of the people coming up in our era who taught these producers how to produce come from the church.
Yeah.
Zaytoven is the most renowned trap producer, and he's a church musician, and he play at church every Sunday and don't miss.
Yeah.
Zaytoven started that, and tuba musician.
Yeah.
Like everybody background is very similar. Kanye, I think you know how to play. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's happening, and we learn from all the same place. Mm-hmm. And because of the depletion of that, we seeing the talent level go down. Every single person I name from Prize Mob, where they all come from?
Church.
Where we all come from?
Church. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just when we at a time now where mediocrity is celebrated and below average is celebrated. Mm-hmm. Everybody gets a trophy, and it's setting up the world to lose. Listen, bro. If my credentials not the same as hers, or it's the exact same as hers, and I got to compete with her for a job, they're not gonna put me in if it's one position. They're not gonna say, "Well, we're gonna create another position for you." Mm-hmm. They're gonna give her that one position.
Right.
You set me, and I'm not gonna get a check for applying. I'm not gonna get a check for applying. And that's what's wrong. And we keep doing that in a world where everybody gets something just for applying yourself. Try something different.
Yeah.
Try something that you're going to be successful
at.
Step
out the box.
Yes. You don't have to do this just because it's something to do. You know how many singers who really sing ain't doing music? Yeah. They heart not in it, and I would rather keep it like that. One of my favorite singers in the world, the person who got me the person who was singing on the song that helped me win the songwriting contest, haven't did a record in the studio in over 10 years right now, and she younger than me. And she my favorite, one of my favorite studio artists, one of my favorite singers ever. It's not for everybody. She just got out of the way.
And some people need to hear that you're a loser or a second place ribbon.
Whoa, Clyde. Jeez.
Right.
To another level.
I'm just saying though.
This ain't for you.
Some of that made people stronger. Losing. Mm-hmm. And not just getting the participation badge. Mm-hmm. Because I want that ribbon that say number one.
Think about it. If Jordan would have never got cut from his JV team in high school, he would never have been Michael Jordan of today. They would have said, "Okay, we'll keep you on. You're not good enough, but we'll still keep you on." That would have gave him a lack of motivation.
What was his incentive to get better?
Right, exactly.
Right, exactly.
That gave him an incentive. Say you're not good enough.
But you remember we had field day in elementary?
Yeah, bro.
Well, I never.
I want number 3. I want number 1 this year.
I always got first or second in field day.
I did.
Well, we can see why.
Yeah.
I'm weak.
I got some accolades in some of the competitions. But
you have a shot put. Are you crying?
No.
There's a tear flowing down your cheek.
Sweat.
Okay.
But no, I'm just
Oh my God.
Speaking of second place, we got to end the show.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 11 o'clock.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we
something to do today.
I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you coming in, though.
I need to do it more.
It's always a good conversation.
Make sure y'all go get For the Lovers.
Yeah, how can people find it besides getting this fancy card here?
Well, you can just get
Apple
on
Music.
Just get on everything. I'm on Pandora. I'm on Apple Music. I'm on everything that you listen to your music on YouTube.
Pop up in my Pandora shuffle?
Yeah, I did. One of the stories I had from my Christmas album is somebody found me in LA because the song just popped up randomly.
Yeah.
And they found me on Instagram and just started following me for 6 months, and I didn't even pay attention to them until they inboxed me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So you never know who watching. Just work. Mm-hmm. Just work. So Shan Digg, For the Lovers, on YouTube, Apple Music, Amazon, Tidal, support Tidal.
What's the name of the video you got out right now?
Don't Let Go. That's with the group GQ. With me, Tony, Ryan, Johnny. I got another video with CJ called Bruce Lee. I got another video with Jasmine Renee called Tap Out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm working. No, let's not talk. Let's work.
Appreciate you working. That's what the grind is all about. So, Talea, happy birthday again.
Happy birthday.
Enjoy your day.
What you doing?
Working.
Good. That's what grown folk do on their birthday.
Right. I gotta go to work. All right. We'll see.
Hey, Sasha.
That's my sister.
Sasha's on now?
Yeah.
Sasha's on the album. Dang, I should have said who are on the album, huh?
Probably.
Can I do that real
If y'all
quick?
want to cash at me, I'll put my cash up.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to go quick. Me, John, like I said for the GQ, Sasha on there, Clemmy on there, Princess Kiara on there, B White on there, B Wills on there, Panda on there.
Panda's on there?
Yeah, for sure.
That's my homie.
That's my brother. I don't want to miss nobody. Chief on there, Kendall on there, Marcus Liddell on there.
The whole city.
Kia Marie on there. Oh yeah, I brought some folk out.
No limit.
Yeah. Well, this the thing. Thank you, boy.
But that's how it works.
DJ Impress on there.
Yeah.
Country on there. Raven on there. Yeah, I didn't come to play. My brother Mondo on there. I always say the wall music for the last. Armani on there. T Welch on there. Wall music Welch. And then of course I got everybody from wall music. Tony, Ryan Johnson, Jay Cordell. You know what I'm saying? Once y'all decide to listen to it, let me know what y'all favorite songs are. I know I've been getting Nitra on there. Dang, I didn't even say Nitra. Yeah, it's loaded. It's a good album. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's what's up.
Well, we're not gonna hold y'all any much longer. We've been on here for almost 2 hours. Well, about 2 hours now.
Yeah.
Over 2 hours now.
And,
So
we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Peace, love,
Been a
and
good
hair
show.
grease.
See y'all later.
Yeah.